Welcome back, everyone, to Pillars of Eternity. Ooh, we fixed the fountain! You're currently on the fever, otherwise known as DraxxKraven. When? We're gonna take a nap. In-game, not out. I mean, if you guys want to watch me nap, I think that can be arranged. I don't know why anybody would want that, but, you know, stranger things have been known to happen. I thought I repaired Bright Hollow, or is that what I'm repairing now? Towers... Yeah. Ah, I see. I've gained no Bright Hollow bonuses. Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following at her heels, and takes a seat next to you.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
Finding Persalk must have been important for you to travel so far.
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak.
Must be exhausting.
It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it. Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Ilitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Ilitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persak died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
I'm sure your village still remembers you. You're kind to say so, but I'm not so fragile that I need my name chanted in the meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me. But sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me, if they think of me often.
They've got to. I'd like to believe that, and yet sometimes days go by and I realize that they have not crossed my thoughts at all. Such days are rare, but they do happen. It shames me to think of it, but more than that, it scares me.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persak will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
In fragments. Really? What's that like? Frustrating. I only wish I knew more. I don't envy you. Guess I'm lucky I only have to worry about someone else's
Makes
past
me wonder
life.
what Persak remembers about our village. Or if a turn at the wheel has yanked the details out of his mind like it does for most of us.
Has your village changed much?
Pasuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunts say we had fewer clashes with neighboring villages thanks to the hunting territories that Persalk helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. Persalk brokered a lot of those agreements, too. He got this from one of the Amwa ships that used to trade with us. Sounds like Persalk did a lot.
That's what I'm supposed to remind him.
Sounds like you're on a hunt for your own, though. You feel the thrill of the chase or ready for it to be over? It's a little too early to tell. We've got darkness on our side. Shall we move on? Let's go.
Walls need some work before this place is secure. My husband could fix them right up.
You mentioned. A message from the Ducal Palace. Chancellor Warren urgently requests that you meet him in the Charred Barrel in Brackenbury. Why isn't the Chancellor meeting me at the palace? Perhaps the Chancellor is meeting you in an unofficial capacity. It's been known to happen. The messenger stares at the ground, avoiding eye contact. Is it about Caed Nua again? I don't know. My apologies, Milady. I'm merely a messenger. You notice a bead of sweat trickle from the messenger's brow. I'll meet him when I can. Something scared this man. He is spooked. Oh, the towers is already in progress. 17 hours. Nothing can escape my sight. I am the Overgoat. Do not think you can avoid me.
A few repairs and this keep will be a sight to see.
I feel like we're walking into a trap. Maybe to kill both of us. Who knows? I'm not too worried about it. No. No, I'm not too worried. Alright, the towers are complete. Charred barrel. The very same. Heartless bitch. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it, and if that's what you're here about, then save yourself the trouble. What are you talking about? If you have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Cyril's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Andra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, and send him her way. They have a good time, and Cyril takes her fee and a little extra. 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never notice anything that goes missing. No harm done then. Anyway, we always split the bounty until a week ago. She takes a necklace off some noble. It's an Ingwithan medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she can't part with it for any sum I could afford. And even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. That's a hard thing. Tell me more about the situation. What do you want to know? What makes the medallion so important? I grew up in Glonfoth with the Shattering Spear clan. We Glonfothans have protected Ingwithan ruins for thousands of years. It's the one duty the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we dwelled in for generations. Most of my clan mates scattered to towns around the Deerwood and probably live on crusts of bread. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. This is all rather fascinating. A single medallion to earn the gods' favor and so return home? Reminds me of a story I heard somewhere. Cyril. Okay. Okay. I'll talk about getting the medallion. Please don't hurt her. Yeah, no problem. Nanton? Begging your pardon? Oh, it's you. It's good to see you. We've had a few days here, but we found this place, and they were kind enough to hire us both. Things have been wonderful. I can't tell you how much we appreciate what you've done. I don't remember who Nanton is. You're welcome. Well, here's Chancellor Warren. I'm just going to save here for absolutely no reason. Lady DraxxKraven, what brings you to Brackenbury? You sent a message. No, I didn't. I received a message from you. As far as I know, nothing's changed regarding your rightful possession of Caed Nua. Oh, no. Gathman's captain. Now that the sheep have been herded from their pen, you and I can conduct our business, unfortunate as it may be. What do you want? Oh, I think you know. Lord Gathman's ordered your death. Shame, really. I admire your exploits, even if only half of them are true. Sadly, I have my orders. Gathman will lose. You should work for me. The man is swine. Noble, wealthy swine. Were I to do it again, I doubt I've taken it in with him, but what's done is done, and Lord Gathman's as ruthless as he is arrogant. He'll go to great lengths to avenge a betrayal. What could you offer to make me consider such risks? Better life, working for an honorable lady. Tempting, but your honor is no match for Lord Gathman's wrath. Let's get on with this. Fair enough. Did someone get exploded? Oh, I believe that was me. Uh-oh. Maybe we'll try this again later. I seem to have gotten fucking wrecked.
Hey.
And hey, maybe I can become honorable enough for her
You must
to
have
work
seen
with
some
me.
amazing sights on your way north.
Sure. Pirate cities floating in the archipelago. The mountain halls of these northern dwarves. Plenty.
I haven't been further south than the Deerwood myself. Maybe I'll come back after I've convinced the Ranga Nui and see all those things for myself.
Oof. This house, an abandoned house, the salty mass. That sounds like. It sounds like a euphemism. I think. Oh shit. Oh boy. The man's fancy clothes are ripped, and blood flows from his fresh cut above his eye. He tries to push himself, his arm is shaking. He winces painfully. Help him up. My head. What happened? I was just on my way to the club. It's a rough part of town, but the rebels never been this violent. Even a night with Akali isn't worth this. Huh. Rude.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing.
Overfried cod, watered ale, and prostitution. A bastion of Deerwood and culture.
I hope you aren't expecting to find the leaden key in here.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
Now to find a home for my other staff.
Hail, traveler.
Trouble? Kinds is bad for business. Local rowdies have taken harassing my hardworking boys and girls, and our customers, they start showing up after this rash of Hollowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. There aren't too many who care about what happens in a place like the Gift, but the word is that you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Avar to bother with us commoners, and I'd just as soon deal with their bureaucracy. I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. How can I help? These thugs tend to roam in groups, which says to me that these aren't random incidents. You put a stop to these attacks, I'll find a real nice way to thank you. Got me? I'd rather just go chat up that guard with the wide hips, personally, but we ought to stop her from getting thrashed at least. Questions. Attacks. Okay. Business. Something else. Cyril. You must be new in town, dearie. She's only the most sought-after girl in the district. You want to spend time with her? Just ask. She's 1,000 for the night, but she's worth every pand, or so they tell me. Ugh. Do I have 1,000? How am I doing in money? I have just barely 1,000. Maybe if I take care of these thugs, I can barter that for a night with Cyril, so I could just supply and demand, find and confront these thugs. Well, they went this way. Maybe they're this way. Huh. But yeah, maybe because I don't want to purchase her services. Wow. Fucking nothing. I just want to be like, hey, can you stop? Or can you give the boy his amulet? Ooh, that looks like a dead end. That looks like a place where if I were a thug, I would hang out there. Kerned. If you know the words, speak to them, we can do business. If not, then we're done here. How about you just give me your business and I'll crack your skull across the pavement. You may not have the words, but you have the brawn. Let's do business. Ah. He sells gems. Nah, man, I don't want to fight. I just want to know what the fuck you're buying. Yeah, I don't think so.
Brave.
Oh my god! Oh, my poor healthy points. There we go. Soul and I. No! My perception! It's like the only thing I'm good at. A rusty bronze key. What's up with all these rusty bronze keys, man? One of the thugs dropped a key that looks like it belongs to a house in Andre's gift. Okay.
All right, then.
So this is a racket, is what you're
Following
telling
your
me.
lead.
That's what I'm hearing here.
Hey,
That was a really weird noise to make for a healing ability. Ooh. Chinese. Generic no-name brand meat. Just put it in your face.
God's damn that son of a cool.
The angry woman clenches her jaws and stares out toward the harbor with shimmering golden eyes. Eventually sensing your presence, she turns her feathered head toward you.
Want to run it down on its luck Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it. As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
Enough silver and gold, you'd be surprised how well you can clean up just about anything.
True enough. Verzano's just lucky no one's trying to pay him in steel these days. Sooner or later, his luck will run out.
We got 2 abandoned houses. I'm betting the key goes in one of them. Just a thought. Just a guess. Probably not this one, considering the door just sort of opened on its own. But who knows? You never know what you'll find in strange places. Rope curled around the chair feels painfully scratchy.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Looks like a little interrogation room. When you need to get the answers, one way or another.
This elder of yours, he may have returned a drunk or an invalid.
Maybe, but the search for Persok is just as important as what I find.
Is that right? And what if you return empty-handed, eh?
I never return empty-handed.
Alrighty then. Colfex house. Hell of a name. Papered over from the inside. Someone doesn't want to see what's going on in here. Well.
I'm here.
A dozen tiny things squirm within the pot of rice. Oh, delicious. Oh, pardon me. I got the key. Ramshackle house. That's gotta be the one. Well, wait, you know what? There is a house over here. Let's not dismiss it. Who knows? Nope. Just Kolfik. That's pretty cool. Because there are a lot of, like, in the original Baldur's Gate, like, you just go into someone's house and they're like, oh man, oh, thanks for visiting. I really need some help. And, you know, in Pillars of Eternity, they're going to poke a joke at that and be like, nah,
Animancers have the
man.
advantage of education, and with that comes authority and responsibility.
I have to say, it's wonderful to have someone to debate with. You'd think they'd be more welcoming of it at the Law College.
Or we could enjoy a glass of wine and a comfortable silence.
Oh. Oh, no. Kana's definitely a debate bro.
Gods keep you.
You don't look like one of the knights. I'm here about the trouble at the Salty Mast. Ordinary Kith are angry, and they should be with the crooked Amwa toadying up the nobles. She's using the tragedy of Wydwin's legacy to line her pockets. She's no better than the Iderian overlords we drove out 200 years ago. Now you're a logical sort. Maya has made it so only the rich can afford her establishment, yet she sits in the poorest district of Defiance Bay. What do you think's gonna happen? We've taken matters into our own hands, but she's the real criminal here. Why don't you tell her to back down? Maya might be making a fortune, but her employees aren't. You're hurting them even more. I hadn't thought of it that way. Then I guess there's no point to this, is there? So Maya will leave her people alone. Like I've said before, you need to aim high up the ladder. If you hurt workers, you just make yourself look bad. Anyway, that'll do for this episode of Pillars of Eternity. Catch y'all later.